Well, hello. Let us get some painting in on this very, very fine Tuesday evening. This is weird. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah, there we go. There, my friends. Oh, we need to go like that. That's what straight looks like that. There it is. All right. Well, let's get right down to business, shall we? I've got some painting to paint upon. Let's go ahead and just kick this off right, jamming on some Royal King's Blue onto this picture right here. Yes, indeed. Just gonna turn this down a little bit for me. Should keep up for you guys, but turns it down for me a little bit. Actually, let's turn it down a little bit for you guys too. There we go. Should do it. Hope everybody is doing well. We got some cool stuff going on in these pictures tonight. Oof, yeah. My lighting's still a little weird in this space, but we're getting there. More than anything, I'm just kind of getting used to it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That white spot was kind of bugging me, which is weird. I liked it, but it was just kind of in my way. And so now I got it kind of sorted. Gotta crimp that brush a little bit better. There we go. So I need to go to the art store. So I need some more paint, and I need to get some varnish to finish off a few of these paintings that I've got ready to go. What I do is I do a layer of, it's called Camar varnish at my paintings. What it does is it helps kind of highlight the colors and allows you to give it a little bit of shine, which helps with transparency and stuff. It's a really great thing. It's like, oh, this is bad. I gotta fix this. This poor brush. This poor brush is took a bit of a beating here. Thanks, Connect, for dropping in with that happy little stream. It is a very happy stream. And recently, I've been compared to Bob Ross a couple times, and I appreciate that. I mean, I don't believe it because I'm in no way what Bob Ross was, but I appreciate it. It's always nice to be compared to people like that. What a great character and person Bob Ross was, and I do not in any way believe that I am Bob Ross. What Bob Ross did for painting and for just the general mentality of people is, well, geez, I can't even imagine what that kind of influence is, but here we are. I'm gonna throw down some paint on this piece here. Then we're gonna start a new one, which is really exciting. I'm excited to get going on that. I have an idea for the composition of this other one, which is exciting and good. I hope anyway. I hope it turns out okay. I don't know. Sure it will. I like my paintings. They tend to turn out okay, I think. And this one's got a whole bunch of nice depth to it, but we're gonna keep going at this red a little bit better. Keep going at this red. See if we can't. What's this one? This is the Nefalo. Yep, this is the one I want. Tiny brush here. A real tiny brush. Come on now. I was thinking about this though, as I was looking through some of my paintings. So I have a whole bunch more that I need to post on my website. And I was thinking about how much I miss painting large. So I love these paintings. I mean, the scale that I'm painting with now is really interesting, and I think there's a lot that kind of goes on with these paintings here. But my goodness, I miss just large scale oil paintings, and the way that I paint these, I think could be really, really cool. Large. And unfortunately, I just don't have the opportunity to do that. But the moment I can, I really think this kind of style here would just lend itself so well to being huge. And I think I have some opportunities to do that. And digitally transforming this into a digital picture that's scaled up. There's some opportunities there, especially if I craft these into mint these into NFTs, that kind of stuff. I think there's some really cool opportunities there to get these, while they're small now, get them blown up really, really big, and just to get a little bit of that, to get that grand power that I think would be really, really cool to showcase with these paintings. Yeah, there's just something to it with that scale. I'm gonna flip this over like this. I'm gonna work on this upside down because I'm gonna work on this area here. Something about that scale that's just so incredible, that I miss so much. So we're gonna keep building up this white over here. There's a whole bunch of good stuff happening with this white, and keep going in against these shapes, defining areas, refining areas, highlighting some of the textures that I've put down before, highlighting some of the colors that are in there before, working its way along that line there. Just does so many cool things in these type of pictures. Just love it. I really do. I like that there's still some of that pink shining through. I think that's really cool. I'm gonna kind of foster that in there. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm gonna, kind of build up the section around it so that it can flow in like this. It's kind of cool. And then the stuff that's happening here, I'm gonna leave that. So I'm just gonna cut back in here, and then in and around here, cut right back in there. So I'll start with that right now, just to help kind of define that a bit better. There we go. So just to really bring this kind of like flow in here, really subtly though. I mean, it's all just in the texture and in the way the paint's laid on, but I think that starts to look really cool. And those subtle things in this scale are more pronounced, but large, that would be really impressive. Like this whole section here would just be like, I think that's the technical term for it, dadoosh. I think that'd be really cool to get back into and experiment with again. I really, really, like I said, I really miss it. And I know I'll get back there at some point, but boy, it can't come soon enough. And whether that's a studio of my own, like near my house or in my house somehow figured out, or if that's, renting a separate space or whatever that looks like. Something that's got to happen at some point. It's way tougher with kids everywhere. It's tougher just in the house, away from the house, whatever that is. But these are the things you just got to make happen. But still, I'm super thankful that I get to paint the way I do, and I still get to create and still get to build up just like this. It's a benefit. It's a gift. It's just awesome. And I do not take that for granted. I realize that it is a privilege, and the fact that I get to do it like this and share it with my friends sometimes, and with the world, with the new friends I've made, is just, again, just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. So I'm going to leave that like that, so this whole thing right here is just a complete separate section. Big. And that whole area down there, just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it like that. doesn't need anything. It doesn't get anything. It just gets to live like that. Live its yellowy white life. There we go. So now we flip this back over. Wow. There we go. So now you've got this whole area here, just shunk, flowing right down into here, and then that is just nice. I'm gonna add a little bit of this, clean this brush down here, just to add a little bit of that brilliant-y white, titanium white down here. Indeed. This painting is it's it. That was all I really wanted to do on it. That was it. Build out this section here, matte that out. I'm gonna spray this down with the varnish, and that's gonna really start to glow. That's gonna make that blue just go nuts. The red is that red is just really, really nice. And I think I've hit it. I think, to me, this one came together super quick, and I'm really, really happy with the way that it looks. So there we go. Check that out. See if I can get a nice zoom in here. So you can see that, like, that line is just awesome. Really like the subtleness of that. And the way those shapes laid out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That worked on a whole bunch of levels. Chunk. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Let this one sit. See a little coffee stain here. Dropped some coffee the other day. It's all right. It happens. It happens. It happens. Oh, hi there, new painting. So fresh and so clean. Is ready to go. I have an idea for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and sketch it out. I don't know if it's gonna end up staying in pencil, but so go to here to about here, and then it's gonna go from here to about here. And we're gonna figure out the next part after that. I missed, but I'm okay with it. Now we find the line that we want of this whole section. Go a bit deeper on that. There we go. Pretty nice. Good way to start. I'm down. And now we go from here to this one here. I'm just gonna move it like this so I can get a bit of a sweep going. There it is. That's my line there. There we go. It's a little too same, but we're okay with that. We're gonna tweak that out a little bit later. I like the double line here. I like that double line. I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and foster that a little bit. Keep that going like that. Now it's missing something. It's missing one more, and that's gonna be right here to here. A bit more of a shallow circle here. There we go. And of course, it wouldn't be one of mine if it didn't have some of this good stuff in it. Because that's just how I am. I'm gonna cut this off here, but I don't know. I don't think that'll stay. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work out so nicely. All right. Oops. Dropping some brushes. Not brushes. Oh yeah, where'd it go? There we go. Don't want to lose that. Okay. There we go, eh? Okay, so we've got this, and this is 3 primary sections. This one's gonna be this one, this one's gonna be this one. How do I do this? This one to this one. This one to this one now. So these two had to be different. This one to this one. This one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one. There we go. So we're gonna just do a little X, O, O, check. All right. That's how the color scheme's gonna go. Okay. That's what I'm talking about there. I do plan things out. Like, it's not always completely random. You see how I did that? So this color is going to be the same as this color. This color is going to be the same as this color. And this color is going to be the same as this color. Not necessarily the completely same color, but just the same tone, just the same, like, warm, cool, that kind of thing. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep it the way, like, I don't want to just set it in stone now, because that never works. So bear with me, friends, bear with me. We're gonna start with the Cerulean Blue. So to get this thing started, we're gonna go like this. I don't want too much texture right off the bat. That's just going to get obnoxious if I do that. So we're not going to do that yet. Just want to cover up the white or the paper for now. Not too much texture. Just really start this thing off. I don't do much like really wet watercolor like this or acrylic. But it does do a really nice, it gives a really nice feel, doesn't it? Yes, indeed, it does. Go get a little darker here now. Just spread that out. Boop, 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 boop. You can also see, oh wow, that was weird. My hand completely shook there. Huh, weird. You can also see here that going over that line, it just made it a little bit darker, but it's still there. It's still just pencil. Pretty good. I like that. You can still see the pencil lines through it. Even with this just like really light work that I'm doing here. Just fill this in nicely. Get some blue on here. You know, wisp it out. I want this one to have a stained glass kind of feel to it. So one thing I could do is just do like a whole bunch of layers like I'm doing right here. This type of layer work would really make that glow nicely, but I'm not going to do that. This one won't end up, I don't think this section will end up being blue in the end. I mean, maybe in the end it will, but there's going to be some warmth over top of it, that's for sure. As I usually kind of try to mix that up to get the kind of the difference going. Oh boy, where are you going? Where are you going? Get back here, buddy. Get back here, buddy. Let's just get this all covered up. There we go. I'm going to leave this on the pad because I really don't want this to completely crinkle up. Doing the wet underpaint like that can really cause it to bow and bend out like that. I don't want it to do that. I want this to be relatively smooth. So, what did I say? This one and this one, right? Yep. That's a what I said. That is a what I said. Go ahead and continue the paint by numbers adventure. It's not really paint by number. But just get this underpainting started. Nice and chill. Still got the activity from that line though, which is cool. So I'm not really sacred about that line. That'll come together. This brush does not lend itself to the tight corners, but that's okay. My hand does, and that's all that really matters. So that works out really nicely. So we'll get this section all kind of covered up. Oh boy, that got away from me a little bit there. That's okay though. Like I said, that line's not gonna be something that's sacred within this picture. It'll come and go. It'll ebb and flow. There we go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So there's that. Now, see, I've got some stuff on my brush. Just go ahead and throw it down here. Just gonna use the same brush. Okay, that's all well and good, but now this is this Nefalo? Yes, it is. So for this underpainting, we're gonna mix it up. Come on now, there we go. Let's get that paint flowing. Let's go ahead and cover this up. And that obviously have hints of purple. You remember your color theory? Blue plus red. What was purple? It's magic, friends. It's magic when this happens. So you see this this red just kind of smooths on like real easy. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna leave a little bit of that as best I can. I don't want to completely corrupt that line there. I want to leave some of the white right in there. But I also don't want to have too much texture either. Texture will come, but I don't want to force it yet. So I just gotta be a little bit delicate there. Just a little. There we go. And the other cool thing is that you see I did cross that line a bit, but with a dry brush, the way that was kind of working, is it also moves the graphite, moves the pencil line with me. And so it just starts to blend the whole thing. And then when I continue to paint on it, that'll just be a really nice section. Because the paint and the graphite kind of mix together then. There we go. The entire texture changes compared to the blue. The blue just went on way different, and now this kind of muddy red is just really nice. Really nice for the underpainting. We're gonna do that same thing over here. These two get to be friends. And so one of the things that, you know, you want to do with these kind of compositions is move the eye around. And one of the ways to do that is through a little bit of pattern work. So like, there's lots of paint on this brush. Wow, that's crazy. This and this and this and this, it just kind of moves your eye around. Your eye wants to find matching colors, and a lot of times you don't even notice that it's doing it. But if you pay attention and you look at some really amazing pieces of art, you'll notice that there's color, kind of like almost like a guide for the painting, where it kind of moves your eye around the painting, and you see like the artist is taking your eye around where where the picture wants you to go. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. If you look for it, you see it everywhere. Okay, now this brush into these sections is going to really disrupt it, but I'm going to do it again because that's the whole point of this underpainting. Just underpainting. Nothing to be precious. Nothing to be too fancy about. Ugh. Oh yeah, perfect. Now again, I gotta smooth out this yellow quite a bit because I have a lot of texture here, and that yellow will pick up that texture pretty hard. And I do not want that to happen yet. But a dirty yellow like this is awesome. That is just really nice. So I can still have that kind of haphazard style, that graffiti-ish feel that I get with my other paintings, and I'll get with this one, but it'll just be a little bit more subtle, and especially with this kind of really light and airy effect of the underpainting. It's quite light, like it's thin, and it's just trying to get the paint down and get everything kind of started. It's a soft, rounded brush, and it's just the method in which I'm kind of laying the paint down all kind of lends itself to this very light feel, which sets the tone for this picture. I mean, look at that. That's really cool. Like, you know, mixing colors through here and just changing that tone pretty handily right here. There's lots of paint still in this brush. It turns into this really nice glowy orange. Because, I mean, here's my secret. It's not that I can't mix paint, I just don't mix acrylic very much. I love mixing oils. I think we've talked about this before. I've talked about this on the stream before, where I really like mixing oils and even going so far as to create my own. Like, I have pigment and then medium, like linseed oil or, you know, thinner and stuff, and I'll essentially make my own oil paint, which is awesome. It's such a great experience. Feels kind of like super alchemical, like I'm a wizard or, you know, making a potion or something, which is really kind of cool. But I don't do that with acrylic, and part of that is a lot of times the colors will get kind of dull if you mix them too much, I find. And I like the vibrancy that I get with these. This is I'm gonna take a picture of this because I really like the way this underpainting is coming together. It's just really kind of cool. Obviously, I'm not gonna leave it like this. It is just an underpainting. It is what it is. But it's really, I really think this is nice. So it's cool. I mean, this is a fun thing about doing it on stream like this too. I have it for posterity, where I can take a quick snapshot and be like, this is what this painting started out as. Like I said, it's not going to end like this. This isn't going to be the end of this painting. This is just the beginning, but it's a very nice beginning to me anyway. I think so. It's doing a lot of what I wanted it exactly to do, and it's just a really nice feeling. This is eliciting. Cool. We've got that. I like the little white that's poking out here and here and here. It's keeping that line honest. What a nice picture this is turning into right here. Huh. Cool. I'll have to let this one dry for a bit. And what that means, strangely enough, is I gotta pull it off the brick, because Get a little excited, get a little saucy there. I gotta pull it off this brick, and which is gonna make it curl quite a bit. But that's okay. Excuse my reach for my handy knife. There we go. Cool. So let's find our edge, our loose corner. Oh, that's really painty. And that's interesting. There might not be a loose corner. I might have painted over it, which could have happened. It could have very easily happened. No loose corner. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, there is lots of paint. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we'll go this way. Secure your work area, friends. Secure your work area. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this. There's a section here that there's a lot of thick paint on, so I gotta be careful with it. Yep. See that? I'm like sawing through plastic, which is essentially what acrylic paint is. It's working though. It's working. We're doing it. We're doing it. There we go. See? Loose. It's free. It's free. It's loose. Now, up there. This one goes here. Now we're gonna do like a little sister to that painting we just did right there. We're gonna do something that's very similar, just with straight lines and straight-ish lines. No full-on diagonals, but we're gonna keep it a little less than perfect, because it needs to be perfect. Right? Even using the straight edge feels weird sometimes. Ooh, well, I want to move that. I don't cut myself too badly. And then we're gonna drop another line tight to this side. So one thing, my friends, I have not mentioned is that I'm very, very close to getting back into my house. In a month's time, I will be back at my house, which is super, super exciting. This setup will change. I mean, it'll still look this way. There'll be a camera here. There'll be this camera here, but it'll be different. I won't be sitting down to do it. I'm sitting kind of low here. I don't know if you can notice that. Like, I'm on not really a chair. I'm on a bit of a footstool. I believe they call it footstool. It's okay though, but just exciting to be able to be back at my house, my home. It'll be a brand new house at that point. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be super exciting. I'm just so pumped. All right, so we're gonna throw down some paint on this bad boy now, as well. Bigger brush. Get some coverage on this thing. Gross. Is that mold? Yeah, that's mold. Fun. What a fun, gross time it is. Right here. Coverage of this brush is just kind of bonkos compared to that other one. Quite a bit bigger. But it does the job of exactly what I want it to do. I can still control it. I can still move the paint around and keep everything nice and smooth. This underpaint isn't going to be as exciting. This one I just want covered. That other one was really like soft and nice, different, and this one's just not going to be that. Oh boy, I might have to end this a little bit early here. I seem to have migrating youth who should not be awake. There's excitement in our house. We've got vaccine appointments worked out. In the future, if this ever, ever look back at this video in many, many years, I'm hoping that, these vaccines seem ridiculous that we had to go through this. But we do. And in an effort to keep my kids and the people around them at school and everybody safe, I cannot be more excited to have booked their first vaccine appointment for COVID. It's very exciting, and they're excited too. Like they know what this means. They know what this means. They know what this will bring back. Hopefully this will bring back travel. This will bring back, restaurants. That fun stuff that they miss, Hey! Thank you, Sean Wars. Hey, awesome, man. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks, dude. This is, quick, just the underpainting. The layers get dropped on top of all of this. We keep going and going and build it all up. I know, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing really well. Sheesh, it has been a really long time. Yeah, things are good, still in the product and tech scene, doing my best. How about you? You're doing bigger and bigger things all the time. I know. That's incredible, dude. So yeah, I mean, Toronto's treating me well enough. It's never a dull moment. Oh man, yeah, well, that's the rub, isn't it? It's always a little greener, that's for sure. I feel you on that. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I mean, did that stuff shift a lot during COVID? I mean, clearly that shifted a lot during COVID, right? Geesh. Must have been kind of weird. No? That didn't shift at all? It didn't change? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man. You're necessary. Yeah, geez. That's fantastic. I guess, like, as long as you felt safe enough, my goodness. Holy, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yes, with this paint, you'll see what I did on this last one. Had the colors, matching colors this way. We're gonna do matching colors this way, and then we're gonna have highlights. Then you're gonna move the eye around just like the last picture. And like I said, these two will be kind of joined at the hip. They'll be similar, these two paintings. I'll leave this line. Yeah, dude. Been, you know, doing these streams for a little while now. Got a whole bunch of work to put up on my site. Jeez, I've been so lazy. You know, it's like the shoemaker's kids have bad shoes. That's how I feel about my websites. You know, putting my own stuff up. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's just, ooh, the MLS playoffs, right on. Yeah, you know, once TFC bailed out so badly this season, kind of hard to care all the time, unfortunately. This is all still thin, which is nice. I gotta keep it that way. I don't want to get much texture through here yet. We're gonna keep some of this line work here. Almost like that, like a calligraphy brush to keep that line like that. I don't even know who's playing tonight, to be honest. I'm just not cared yet. Yeah, that's true. I know that the city is in leaf fever still and always and forever during hockey season. It's non-stop. I'm currently quite close to the ACC or whatever, the Scotiabank Arena, whatever it's called now. And you can tell when it's a Leafs game because everybody is wearing their gear. That's one thing that I will not miss about living in this condo right now is the traffic around game time, Raptors or Leafs. Should get to a game on living so close. I can just walk. So super close for the next little bit. This brush is not actually the best for these type of situations here, like in this corner. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, the tediousness of sometimes of getting these underpaintings going. That's okay. Ugh, that mold. Isn't that super gross? I don't know how that got moldy. So it's a piece of paper. It's the paper that covers this to keep it, protect it, and then it just must have gotten, you know, some of the wetness and the water from the paint. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's it, right? Like, that's sweet. Colorado is incredible. I love Colorado. Jeez, it's been a little while since I've been there. Last time I was there was for mountain biking with my friends, which was incredible. But that's been geez, I guess almost a decade at this point. Yeah, the mountains are incredible. You know, it's just so amazing and yeah, just incredible. Was the weather all right? Did they have, because they often get like crazy differences where it'll be like you'll get like a ton of snow and then by the afternoon it's like back up to a decent temperature, especially around this time. The fall and spring are so crazy for weather in the mountains. Okay. Whew, got the blue. Got the blue down. Oh, man. Oh, oh, Lee. The blue. Who's took it a lot out of me. Oh, goodness. I'm going to use the same brush. Use the same brush and go at it with the red. Different red this time. We're going to use the, yeah, transparent. Transparent red. Boy. Again, this is not, these aren't going to stay blue for the entirety of this picture. No way. Just setting down that these are going to be, this is actually going to be the warm areas and this is going to be the cool areas, but I'm just putting the opposite for the underpainting. Then we'll see what transpires as I start to overlay the whites and the different paint on it. Ah, see? There we go. This is just how different the viscosity of the paint is to apply it. Way easier, way quicker for the red underpainting. There we go. I guess I didn't show off the other painting that I finished last week. You can grab that off the stack. Let's just cut through this a little bit here. We don't want to have too many brush strokes completely visible here. There we go. Boop. So I'm going to leave these white border lines for a little while. I think they'll end up getting painted in, but not yet. Not yet. I want to figure out what I'm going to do with those. So like these different areas here that I'm cutting across, they will get some kind of treatment eventually, but not yet. Not yet. Keep my options open because, you know, options are good. Also, the tone of the colors along the edges just ends up being different with the way the paint lays. And so if I go back over this, because I'm not sure if I'm going to even care about the lines later on, I might just paint over them. But it adds such nice texture underneath. Wow, excuse me. And changes that feel of it just because it doesn't have as much paint on it, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope. All right, so that's that red side. Now we're gonna do this red side. Flipperoo. So again, for this underpainting that I did here, you can see that it's different, but they're gonna end up being similar. These two are gonna, like I said, they're gonna be cousins or sisters or brothers, or I don't know. We don't need to gender them necessarily, but they'll be in the same fam. This will just be the rectangular version, and that'll be the circular version. See? Easy, easy. So I've got a total in the last few months of 16 new paintings to photograph and get up on my site. Which is super exciting, not only because, you know, it's great to have more paintings out and about in the world, but just because I want to show them off. They're literally in a stack next to me for when I took the paintings of them and for when they were drying. And that's no good. Like I don't want to be the only one looking at these things. I want to share the love, pass it around, give everybody a chance to check it out. That's what's most important. Paintings are boring when they're your own all the time. It's way more exciting when where other people get to look at them and comment on them and think about them. It's kind of like that with anything you put your mind to, or anything you create. Like, I like my paintings, I think they're awesome, but I'd much rather other people get a chance to check them out. So yeah, definitely not too precious about that line, right? It's getting really fuzzy, not only from the pencil that's smearing, but also just from the paint. That's totally fine. We're gonna figure that out as we go with this picture. Really, there's a long way to go with this one. That's just the very early beginnings. So let's just drop this off to dry. And what we're gonna do, what I want to do now is let's go through some of these. So this is one I just finished. That's gonna, like I said, I'm gonna add some varnish. Yeah, big chilly for a Floridian. Yeah, no kidding, right? You got to see snow. That's super exciting. It's always good to see snow. Fantastic. Goodness gracious. Yeah, snow. We haven't seen any snow actually yet. In Toronto, like none yet. I mean, I think some places around here have, but there you go. So this is the one I just finished, which I'm super excited about. I'll get that, some varnish on that, and then away we go. But then I've got, let's just do a quick tour of the past little bit here. These are all dry, which is why they're stacked like this. Oh, that's upside down. I really like this picture. This one I just finished a little bit ago. I really like this one. This is the one I finished last week. Booyah. Man, so this is the painting that I was really excited. Like, I was like, man, this big, this at scale will just be so strong, so powerful. But small, it's just really different. Like, you have to look at the subtle areas around here and the change in tone here. But big, this would just like pound, like kapow. This one I finished a few weeks ago. I like this one too. There's a lot of cool stuff happening on this one. And then I got to ones that I finished a long time ago that just like, so this one I need to still varnish. But like, there's some cool stuff happening here that I don't even remember doing. Like, I dig that. Oh, put it upside down. That's just nice. That's just nice. You can see the shift in some of these. The stylistic shift is pretty crazy. I like this one too. It's like this. There we go. Pretty. Some of these are I'm really happy with, and I can't wait to see them kind of framed and hung up. I like this one too. Really different. This is a really different painting. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. I don't know if you can see the way the texture is in there, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, this is upside down. Yeah, I dig these. This one, yes, this is really similar to the one I just started, but really, I really cared about the lines in here. I'm not going to do that this time, so it changes quite a bit. Upside down. There's a whole bunch of cool textures happening in this one too. Another one which big at a large scale would just be pretty imposing. It'd be pretty cool to see. never actually tried to like get a good enough picture to blow one of these up, but this would be really interesting to see what that would look like. Nope. All these are upside down. Some really nice glow in the blue here. These are from earlier, like quite a bit earlier this year. I like this one. I like this one. I almost forgot about this picture, but I really like this one. Really playful. And then you have that same kind of softness that I did in that last one, just around here and around the edges. Really subtle colors around there. Some diagonal, which I don't really do very often, and then some interesting stuff happening around the primary shape there. Self-portrait. I think I talked about that when I painted this one. There's a stream of it, but this is for sure a self-portrait. Probably from around a year ago. That's my guess when I did this one. And then this one. These were done at a similar time. These two for sure. There you go. So those are all the new paintings that I got to post. And then I've got, like I said, I got this. I'm not going to start on this yet. It's still pretty wet. See that? See the paper bowing? I got to fix that up. And then the other one I started. So next week we'll have 2 more to work on. And I'm sorry to cut this one short, but my friends, I'm just gonna drop this one up here when we finish tonight. My friends, I've got a child that is awake and that I have to kind of fix and deal with. So thank you so much for hanging out. Sean Wars, my goodness, thank you so much for being here and dropping in. Anybody who's lurking, hanging out, Canuck Hoser, thank you so much for chilling out with me. I'll be back next week with more painting. Thanks a lot. Peace out.